Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay, so today we're looking at Pulsetto, and this one's interesting. It's a new device, and they're making some pretty big claims about what it can do, like think better sleep, less anxiety, maybe even pain management. And it's not like meditation or anything. It's all about this electrical stimulation thing right on your neck.
Yeah, you got it.
So we've got a bunch of stuff to go through today. There's a really detailed product review, some user testimonials, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And then we also want to compare it to other ways people are finding their chill these days, maybe a little less electric shocky.
Right, exactly. Like, are there other options, other paths you could take?
Exactly. So big question is this Pulsetto thing the real deal? Is it really a shortcut to serenity, like they say?
That's what we're here to figure out.
Let's do it. So first things first, what exactly is this Pulsetto thing? It's like this neck band, not an ear clip or anything, and it sends these little pulses of electricity to your vagus nerve, which I'm sure you'll tell us all about.
Yeah, so the vagus nerve is a pretty important one. It's like this main communication pathway between your brain and a lot of your internal organs.
Hmm.
And plays a big role in regulating all kinds of things, your mood, your sleep, even how your body reacts to stress.
So they're saying they can like hack into this one nerve and basically give you all the benefits of years of yoga or meditation.
Well, that's the idea they're going for, yeah.
Bold. And they've got all these different modes too, right? Like there's stress, sleep, anxiety, burnout, pain. They're really running the gamut.
Yeah, they've definitely covered a lot of bases.
Uh,
But it is important to mention that Pulsetto isn't a medical device, so it's not meant to replace actual treatment if you have a serious condition.
Right. Definitely good to keep in mind. Okay, so they make a lot of promises on their website, talking about better sleep in days, not weeks, less anxiety, better focus, even relief from chronic pain. Are they overselling it? I mean, it sounds pretty miraculous.
Well, the technology behind it, TVNS, does have some scientific backing, so it's not like it's completely out there.
Yeah.
For example, there was this study, I think it was in the journal Neurology, that showed TVNS actually helped reduce migraines for some people.
Wow, seriously. That's pretty incredible.
Right. It's pretty amazing what stimulating the right nerves can do.
Yeah, but I'm guessing it's not going to be a miracle cure for everyone, right? Like there's got to be some variation in how people respond to this.
Exactly. And that's what we see in the research, too. Some people might have amazing results, while others might not notice much at all.
So it's kind of a mixed bag then. What are people saying who have actually tried it? I'm dying to know.
Yeah, so we found some user testimonials,
Yeah.
and it's definitely a mixed bag, like you said. Some people are raving about it, saying they're waking up feeling more rested, less stressed during the day, even some who say they've cut back on pain meds.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, some pretty dramatic results for sure.
But I bet there's another side to this, right? Like, not everyone's going to be over the moon about strapping electrodes to themselves.
You got it. Not everyone was thrilled with Pulsetto. We saw a fair share of negative reviews, too, people saying it just didn't work for them at all, some complaining about the price, and then there were those who just couldn't get past the whole neck stimulation thing, said it felt weird.
Yeah, I can see how that might be off-putting for some people. It's wild, right? Like, you'd think electricity is electricity, but everyone's experience is so different.
It just goes to show our bodies are complex, man. Brains, too.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So I know some people are probably thinking, okay, this Pulsetto thing sounds kind of intense. Maybe there are other ways to like chill out a little.
Right, and those are worth looking into, too.
Totally. And I mean, Pulsetto's not exactly cheap, right? We saw that in the review.
Yeah, you could definitely try other things for less money, like meditation or yoga, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those have been around forever and people swear by them.
There's a reason they've been around so long,
What
right?
it?
They work, but you got to be willing to put in the time.
I guess that's the big difference, right? With Pulsetto, you're kind of looking for that instant gratification.
Exactly. Whereas with yoga or meditation, you're not going to see those benefits overnight. It takes time and it takes effort to keep it up.
Yeah. I know for me, consistency is not my strong suit.
Well, that's something to think about, right?
Yeah.
Like, what's more realistic for you long term?
It's like fast results versus like putting in the work, building a habit, all that.
Exactly. And I mean, those aren't the only two options out there either.
Oh, right. What was that other device, the ear clip thing?
NeuroSim.
Mm-hmm.
That's another TVNS device.
Right, right. And there was one that goes on your chest too, right?
Yep, that's Sensate. It's a little different approach.
So, like, how do you even choose between all these? We're thinking about trying TVNS. I mean,
It's personal preference, really, and what you're most comfortable with. I mean, the placement is different, right? Neck, ear, chest.
Yeah.
Some are more invasive than others, and the price varies a lot, too.
so it's kind of like a choose your own adventure for your well-being.
Kind of, yeah. But It is a lot to take in, for sure.
That's why we're doing this deep dive, right? To break it all down.
Exactly. We're here to help you navigate all this stuff.
Because at the end of the day, the best approach is whatever works for you.
100%. There's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to this stuff.
So true. So, okay, we've talked about what Pulsetto IS, how it's supposed to work, the good, the bad, and we've talked about some other options out there.
Yeah.
But what does this all mean for you listening right now? That's the big question.
I mean, it comes down to this. What's going to be most helpful for your life, based on everything we've talked about so far?
Because maybe it's not even about any of these devices, right? Maybe it's something else entirely.
It could be, yeah. Sometimes just figuring out what you're really looking for is half the battle.
Right. Like, are you struggling to sleep, stressed out all the time? Is there something specific you're trying to fix?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get to the root of the problem, no device is going to be a magic solution.
It's like putting a Band-Aid on a broken leg, It might cover it up, but it's not going to actually help.
Exactly. So before you run out and buy Pulsetto or anything else, it's good to take a step back and think, okay, what's really going on here?
Yeah. Like, why am I even looking for a solution in the first place?
Right. And could there be a different approach that would be more effective in the long run? Something more sustainable?
Instead of just trying to slap a quick fix on it.
Exactly. Like, if you're having trouble sleeping, could it be your diet, your sleep environment? Maybe there's an underlying medical condition.
Right, right. Or if you're dealing with stress, maybe therapy would be helpful, or changing your lifestyle.
Or even just building a stronger support network.
So many things it could be, right? It's not always easy to figure out.
No, it's not. But that's why it's important to ask these questions.
Yeah, it's all about self-reflection, figuring out what you need.
And hopefully, this deep dive has given you the information and the push to do just that.
It's easy to get sucked in by that,
Yeah.
that promise of like, here's this thing, it's going to fix everything.
Oh, yeah. Especially when it's something like well-being. That can feel kind of out of reach sometimes.
Totally. But I think, like you said earlier, the real key is figuring out what works for you.
It really is. It's about, listening to your own body, your own mind.
And trusting that, right, like you have the answers.
Absolutely. You know yourself better than anyone.
So as we wrap up this deep dive on Pulsetto, and really this whole idea of finding well-being, I think that's a good takeaway. Instead of always looking for that quick fix, what if we tried to really be present in the process?
Yeah, embrace the journey. It's not always easy, but it's worth it.
I love that. All right, everyone, that's it for this deep dive. We hope you found this helpful, gave you some things to think about. And hey, if you've tried Pulsetto or any of the other stuff we talked about, let us know. We'd love to hear your experience.
Yeah, hit us up.
All right, until next time, take care.